Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition because in my opinion, nutrition is super important, but it can also be really confusing and a little frustrating. Now, before we dive a little bit deeper, I just want to put it out there. I am not a certified nutritionist. I am a certified trainer and health and fitness coach. So I am just going to cover the broad basics whenever it comes to nutrition. I truly feel that having an understanding and education on nutrition is going to help you along your health and fitness journey, and then you can make the decisions from there. So today we're going to look a little bit more into the nutrition label. Honestly, it can be, again, confusing, frustrating. You don't know what to read, what all those numbers or percentages or words that you may not even know how to read, what it all means. So I'm going to share with you, in my opinion, the top 3 things to look for when you're looking at the nutrition label. So when you're in their grocery store and you're purchasing something, the first place your eyes should go to is the ingredients, right? Number 1 thing is to look and be able to actually read what is in the ingredients. Prime example, I always make this mistake and I don't know why. I'll run into the grocery store and buy an organic thing of peanut butter. I'll come home, I'll take a spoonful of it because I didn't look at the ingredient label, and I feel like it's so sugary and sweet. I then flip it over, I'll look at the ingredients list, and sugar is in the peanut butter. So a rule of thumb, whatever you're purchasing should be exactly what you think you're purchasing, right? So sugar should not be in peanut butter. The ingredients for peanut butter should be peanuts, maybe salt, maybe sometimes oil they'll put on there. So really always make sure to look at the ingredients. Now, if there's anything underneath the ingredients that you don't know what it is or how to read it or how to pronounce it, just think, would your body know what it is? And is your body going to know how to digest it? Usually, no. So if you can't pronounce what's in the ingredients, I would recommend not getting that. So pay close attention to the ingredients. Another interesting fact about the ingredients on the nutrition label, the way that they put the ingredients in order determines how much of that ingredient is in the food. So for example, if you're buying peanut butter, it might say peanuts, sugar, salt, oil. So that means the most amount of the ingredient is the peanut. Then the second biggest ingredient in that peanut butter is sugar because it's the second thing on the list. Then it would be the salt, and then the smallest amount would be the oil. So keep that in mind as well as you're looking at the ingredient list. So when you're in the grocery store picking up items, the first thing that you're going to look at is the ingredient list. Number 2, you're going to look at the serving size because this can be a little confusing as well. Usually what people do, myself included, will look at the calories. So say you buy a bag of chips, right? And it says 200 calories. And you think, wow, I can have this entire bag and it's only 200 calories. Don't get too excited. You want to make sure that you're looking at the serving size. Usually, I would bet money on it that that bag of potato chips says 200 calories per serving. So then you want to look at the serving size. So for example, just throwing some numbers out there, it might say that there are 12 servings in that bag of potato chips. So you want to be careful because in reality, then you'd have to do some math. That entire bag of potato chips would be 200 times 12 servings. So be careful. Make sure you look at the calories. Yes, it's important to know how many calories are in the foods that we're eating, but you also want to pay close attention to the serving size. If the recommended serving size is a 1/4 cup, that's the recommended serving size that you want to have, and that would match up with the amount of calories listed. So we're looking at the ingredients, number 1, then we're going to look at the calories and the serving size for number 2. My third piece of advice when you're looking at the nutrition label on the foods that you're buying, pay attention to the macronutrients, right? So if you're unsure of macronutrients, those would be your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates. You don't necessarily have to look at the macros listed on the nutrition label, but again, let's look at an example. Back to peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is a healthy fat. If you look at the nutrition label, the largest number on that nutrition label should be in the fat column. If for some reason the largest number is underneath carbohydrates and you're looking at peanut butter, something doesn't add up because peanut butter is considered a healthy fat. So why would the carbohydrate number be higher? See what I'm saying? So that can get a little confusing, but bottom line is If you have an education and you've watched my previous videos before on what macronutrients are, if you're purchasing something and you know that this is a protein, but for some reason on the nutrition label, the carbohydrate number is the largest number, something isn't adding up. So I hope that this helps. Like I said, I'm always going to share with you just the basics of nutrition and trying to educate you on proper nutrition and why we eat the foods that we eat, because this has helped me and so many clients with long-term success. So if you have any questions about nutrition, leave them in the comments below. I am here and happy to help you guys. Hopefully those 3 tips will help you when it comes to looking at your nutrition labels, and I will see you all in the next video soon.